Marquetries 7. 194. In a world that shrinks, the distance increases. The more I find and search, exponentially I am bewildered. The world is at my fingertips, and I never have to leave my house. I see my 512 friends every day. I can safely connect with what will never reach my senses, and travel without transport or hotel. According to my most recent numbers, today I have been liked 94 times. 2. Ducks. The wind carries what never was meant to be overcome. The duck had hatched happiness, happiness that he thought would be possessed forever. Things are by nature bound to freedom and must fly. Choice is one illusion of reason. Autumn migration of ducks, swans, and geese are sources of joy. Joy is also the winter house that locks away the warmth and beauty of the fireplace. But fire turns into smoke. Should the spring and summer cease to fly, then the wind would have captured and jailed that sound needed but never meant to be possessed. Three, Florida. The woman in the lift-up bra complained about the men staring at her breasts. My mother had a lover and my father had a brother. The woman complained about the unfaithfulness of men. She found her way home after lunch, a glass of red wine, and the unplanned bed with Ben. The woman said, "Love is what really matters to me." And she then told him she couldn't love a lover with no money nor car. My mother went out and my father stayed about. The woman complained that he's a workaholic and she shouldn't stay home all alone. She took a job a few thousand miles away in Rome. One enters the front as the other exits the back, or was it vice versa? My father worked until he died, and my mother voluntarily left with another man. They moved to Florida for what turned out to be a resented ride. It is such a crazy world, and I am still trying to figure out where I am in all this. I believe my mother loved me, and so did my father. I just didn't feel it, nor did I hear it, because to find time to stay home so that they could say it would be such an unacceptable, irresponsible action for the both of them. 4. Pause. The big man Jerry with the red beard and the voice like Burl Ives said, "In life, like music, there is always a pause." Ralph with the chainsaw felled the forest of telephone poles on the road to Westminster West. They destroyed the beauty of the landscape, he said. Jerry took an axe to the handcrafted Dragon Bar at the inn. The owner of the inn said, "With a little paste and maps, we turned a medieval-themed bar into the Map Room." Ronald's book was published, with Susan, Ralph's wife, in it. Ralph was on his way walking to Ronald's house in the snow, with every intention to kill him, when he slipped, fell, and broke his leg. Ronald wasn't home anyway. He was in California negotiating a new movie from his book. These are just a few stories about the people we need each day to give thanks to. They fill our lives. They give us an entertaining little story to pass the time in conversation, like the recent story about Tomas the gifted parrot. I even had my own pause in life, the night I spent in jail. Oh yes, I forgot to mention Georgina. She now lives in Puerto Rico and can never go back to Jamaica because she failed to appear in court after being busted for possession. Five, garlic. Kim smelled like vanilla. Joanne smelled of garlic. Vanilla was something I put into things that I cooked. Only some of the times, and those are almost always sweet things. Garlic, on the other hand, I put into almost everything of substance. Except, of course, desserts. So it didn't surprise me that Kim lasted less than 2 years and Joanne more than 30. Six, rifle. Gabby died from a head injury when she was thrown from a horse that refused to jump a fence. Her university boyfriend John was devastated. His friend Tom was from a wealthy family and was about to build a house on the land that he just bought, which was in the woods. Tom felt for his friend and invited him to help build the house that summer to get his mind off what happened. In return, Tom offered John a place to live for free during the last 2 years of university. The house was completed by the time school resumed in the fall. John had already found a new girlfriend who was now also staying at the house. That winter, Tom was feeling John was taking over his house. He opened the window and with his duck hunting rifle went outside into the dark. Feeling the cold winter air, John got out of bed and went out from the bedroom into the living room to close the window. When John reached the window, Tom, waiting outside, shot him. Tom went back inside, put the rifle on the mantel, got into bed, and went back to sleep. Seven, Oklahoma. Oklahoma kept the top drawer full of wrapped boxes with earrings. On each box was written, "For someone special, love Oklahoma." In the middle drawer were more boxes, each with a simple gold necklace. On each box he had written, "You are my one and only soulmate, and the air I breathe. I will love you eternally, yours, always, Oklahoma." His bottom drawer was filled with unopened packages of socks. He usually wore a pair of socks only once, never more than twice.